In tonight's Government Insider, unions wade into the presidential primary campaign. Let's start on the right. Last week, the National Border Patrol Council got behind Donald Trump. Joining me with the latest is Joe Davidson, federal insider columnist at the Washington Post. Joe, before we talk about the implications here, tell me about the National Border Patrol Council. Who are they and who do they represent?
Well, this is the union that represents about 16,000, more than 16,000 Border Patrol agents, law enforcement officers, many of them, of course, in the Southwest, but certainly not all of them. And the union, the Border Patrol Council, is part of the larger American Federation of Government Employees. So
why Donald Trump? I guess for obvious reasons, huh?
Well, of course, he's taken this very aggressive stand toward illegal immigration, talking about a wall, a tall wall that he's going to make Mexico pay for. And of course, just how that's going to happen remains to be seen, along with a number of other, a long list of his other promises, I think. And so the Border Patrol, of course, being right on the border, they too have taken a strong stand against illegal immigration. And they've decided that Donald Trump is their man.
If you're to watch Drudge Report, they're kind of upset with the Obama administration catch and release program. Now,
well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, is that true? I can understand why they're frustrated when they can't do their job.
Well, they've had a number of complaints regarding the Obama administration all during his tenure. And it's interesting because they are part of the larger AFGE, which is generally supportive of the Obama administration. They certainly don't like everything the Obama administration has done. But it is true that the larger, the parent union, AFGE, is certainly more sympathetic toward the Obama administration and Democrats generally than the Border Patrol Council.
All right, knowing that, because this endorsement might strike some people as unusual, typically unions endorse Democratic candidates, you report this is the first time the council has separately endorsed a presidential hopeful. Explain that.
Well, that's true. It is unusual for this council to go outside of what its larger parent organization, the AFGE, is doing. And so to that extent, it shows, I guess, the extent to which the members of the Border Patrol agents are dissatisfied with current policy, because they not only kind of didn't go toward a traditional Republican, if you will. They went to Donald Trump, who does not identify himself as a traditional Republican, and certainly has many traditional Republicans aghast at some of the things that he is proposing. Nonetheless, the Border Patrol Council has decided to go for him, which also shows the degree of separation, I think, between that council and their larger parent union.
Now let's talk about another union, the International Federation of Professional and Technical Engineers. They sent questionnaires to all of the candidates. Who responded?
Well, as you might imagine, it was the Democratic candidates. In this case, former Senator, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and Senator Bernie Sanders. The Republican candidates did not reply.
Now, let's talk about some of their answers. How did Clinton and Sanders differ on the issues?
Well, they're very close on a number of issues, not everyone, for example, not every single issue. For example, one is the minimum wage. Bernie Sanders calls for a $15 minimum wage to be in place by 2020. The former Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, calls for increasing the minimum wage to over $12, but also linking that to inflation so that it would grow. So when you put those two proposals together, they probably aren't that far apart. Although Hillary Clinton does not specifically endorse the $15 minimum wage, as does Bernie Sanders.
You've covered political campaigns for a long time, Joe. Anything stand out about this one? Is it more crazy than the others, or have the others been crazy, we just don't remember them that way?
No, I think this one is definitely more crazy, is crazier than the others. I think some of the things that are being said during this race I've never heard before. Some of the things that Donald Trump has said against his own fellow party members, bringing in the tweet last week of Ted Cruz's wife next to the picture of Donald Trump's wife.
And he responded, he says, well, he started it. They sound like kids.
I know.
It's like they're running for 8th grade class president, not president of the United States.
Yeah, like we're on the playground
exactly.
instead of in the process of choosing a presidential candidate. So these kinds of things, and you know, that's in a sense is on the sideline. I mean, when you talk about some of the real policy matters, policy programs that have been issued, particularly by Trump, and how some of these things leave even his fellow Republicans wondering where is he taking this party. So no, I haven't seen anything like this, and I have seen a number of campaigns over the years. And while this one sometimes makes us laugh and chuckle at some of the things that are going on and it looks like a circus, you know, it really is serious business, and I think we need to look at it that way, and some of these things can be very troubling in that light.
Always good to get your insight. Joe Davidson, Federal Insider columnist at the Washington Post. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.